Story probs continued. And this is a lot like what we did maybe yesterday, but these are proportion problems. Proportion problem. And here is Mr. Example. Let's say you have this problem. If 6 books weigh 15 pounds, if 6 books weigh 15 pounds, now, how much will 20 books weigh? How much will 20 books weigh? And let me strongly encourage you, in this case, a proportion is nothing more than a ratio. So just like we have, as is percent boxes, ratio boxes, proportion boxes, you are going to do the same thing here. You're comparing two things, and the things that you're comparing are books to their weight. Books to their weight. And they give you 2 different scenarios, or 2 different cases. In case number 1, they tell you how much something is, and then in case number 2, they tell you something. So we know that 6 books weigh 15 pounds. That's our case number 1. 6 books weigh 15 pounds. And then they say, how much will 20 books weigh? 20 books will weigh how much? And just like before, these, you can just look at these as being 2 equal fractions. Okay, is it easy to go from 6 to 20? I can't, so it's probably best if you come down here and go 6/15 equals 20 over what number? And here is where you have your choice. You can either solve it by cross multiplication, or you can look to see, does this reduce down into something that does go into 20? I don't know. 6/15 reduces down to what? Divided by 3, you end up with what? 2/5. And if that's the case, then you could go, okay, 2 times what is 20? 10. So 5 times 10 is 50. If not, then you just do it out like this. If you struggle with that whole concept, 6 times what number equals 15 times 20? And 15 times 20 is 300. If you divide 300 by 6, you end up with 50. Any issues with that? Let's do another, you say?
Let's do another.
That's interesting. Here's a good one. Julio is riding in a 50-kilometer bike race. Julio is in a 50-kilometer race. That's nice to know. He passed the 15-kilometer mark in 27 minutes. He passed the 15-kilometer mark in what? 27 minutes? At that rate, how long will it take him to finish the race? How long to finish? And again, you're given really 2 different cases, and it is a proportion problem. So we draw our box, separate it into 4 spots. This is case number 1, case number 2. What are we comparing? We're comparing his distance to his time. In case number 1, let's do the one they give us. They said that he goes 15 kilometers in 27 minutes. So 15 kilometers in 27 minutes. Where do I come up with my other thing? What's my case number 2? Caleb?
Well, if he has to finish, so 50.
Right, so the race is 50 kilometers, and that is distance. Make sure you put that with distance. You can't put it down there because that's not his time. You have the letter in there. So again, those are 2 equal fractions. 15 over 27 has to equal 50 over what number? Thoughts on that? Something? Lamb? Logan?
You can reduce 15 over 27 to 5 over.
Yeah, divide both by 3, you get 5 over 9, and then it is 5 times 10, and 9 times 10 is 90, and 90 is how many minutes it's going to take on the day. There it is. One more?
Sure.
This one you're gonna have no choice to do but kind of do it out loud. If 3 tickets cost $20.25, 3 tickets cost, what did I say, $20.25? $20.25. How much for 7 tickets? These are not nice numbers to work with, but it still kind of works out somewhat. If I can get this thing to work. 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 1, number 2, we're comparing, and it doesn't matter which one you put on top or bottom. I mean, if I want to put the dollars on top and I want to put the tickets on bottom, it isn't going to make any difference. 20.25 for 3. I want to know how much 7 tickets cost. That's your ratio. This one does not work out too nicely, so we'll probably have to do it out. 20.25 over 3 equals n over 7. Multiplying this times this. What is 7 times 12? Let's do this first. 3 times n equals 7 times that. What's that? 140. And $1.35. 141.75. Anybody? All right, I'll do it out. 20.25 times 7 is 14, 17, 1, 1 here. 141.75. And I divide by 3. 3 goes into 141.75. Evenly, I'm sure. 4 is 12. 1 is 7.25. $47.25. Are we jumping on that bandwagon?